right? Fractions are going to be super fun. So we got to talk about what a fraction is, right? But before we do that, I want to make sure we answer all the questions from yesterday's homework. So who has questions on yesterday's homework? All right, we got a couple people? We got a couple people? Excellent. Do you want me to just go through the problems? Or do you have specific parts of the problems that you would like me to cover? Specific parts? Okay. What is that? Is it in the first or second question? Who has a question with the first? Who has a problem with the first? All right, awesome.
Oh, you got to go over the first one.
The first one. Excellent, excellent. Can you read off that first problem?
Yeah. It said a couple weeks ago you bought some new clothes from Gap. Your shopping list includes 2 t-shirts and a pair of khaki pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the t-shirts cost $12.50 each, and the khaki pants cost $19.50. How much was your bill?
Awesome. So those shirts were $12.50, and those pants were how much?
$19.50.
$19.50. Excellent, excellent. Okay. So does everybody have this information written down on their sheet? It's in the problem, but you could rewrite it if you want. How many shirts are we buying? How many shirts are we buying at the Gap today? Look back at the problem. Look back at the problem. How many shirts are we buying at the Gap today?
2.
How many shirts are we buying at the Gap today, everybody?
Oh, yeah, 2.
Excellent, excellent. So times 2. So you've got to be a little bit more careful reading the problem. And how many pairs of khaki pants are we buying today?
1.
From 1, right? All right. So when it says how much is the bill, what are we going to be doing?
Oh, that's why I got it wrong.
That's how we're going to do it. Did you not? You try. What are we going to be doing? We're going to be adding. How many? Okay, so what are we adding? What are the numbers that we're going to be adding together? You try. Keep going. $25? How do you get $25? No, it's right, but how did you get it? You're jumping ahead. How did you get $25? Right, because we're buying 2 pairs of shirts. So that means that it's going to be $12.50, 12.50, 12.50 plus $19.50. All right, does everybody see that? And like Ishrat said, $12.50 plus $12.50 is what, Ishrat? $25. So you could also write that as 25.00 plus 19.50. Can everybody do that on their sheet real quick if you didn't get the right answer the first time? And what's that bill look like? How much is that price tag going to cost you?
$44.50.
Right, right.
What?
$44.
Yeah.
Right, because 9 plus 5 is 14. You carry that 1, and it's 2 plus 1 plus 1. It's $44.
Oh, yeah.
And 50 cents. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, was that the confusing part?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the confusing part. So let's go on to part 2. What's part 2? Oh, slow down. Let's slow down. Let's slow down.
The sale tax is 7.5.
All right. So
Were you supposed to do 2? I think why we got few spreads because it was 7.5. So we only moved once or twice.
I see. I'll cover that in a minute. Let's just give everybody a little bit more chance to catch up with that first part, and we'll talk about it. What, 25? 12.50 plus 12.50 is 25. All right. So we're going to move on to the second part. You raise a good issue, Cyan, with the sales tax. When we're trying to find a percentage of a number, what do we first have to do? We have to convert that percentage to a decimal, right? We have to convert the percentage to a decimal. And how do you convert a percentage to a decimal? What do you do first? Step 1. That's right. You wipe away that percentage sign. So we got 7.5. 7.5. What's the second step of converting a percentage to a decimal? You try.
You move it, I think, 2 spaces to the,
You think left. You think left? Who else thinks left? Kuru. We got Kuru. Ishrat, you're absolutely right. Does everybody see that the first thing you do is wipe away that percentage sign and then move it 2 spaces to the left? So we're going to move it 1 space, 2 spaces, put the dot right there. What do we fill that hole with? Alicia? 0. A 0 placeholder, all right? So we're going to wipe away that old decimal space. And what is our new decimal?
75
thousandths, right? So that's 0.075. Does everybody have that so far? All right. Then does everybody see that since we're trying to get the sales tax, we're trying to figure out what the 7.5% of $44.50 is. Hey, Cyan, eyes up here, all right? What is 77.5% of $44.50? So what do we do now? Yishran? You're actually going to multiply. You're actually going to multiply. You're going to multiply this decimal, this percentage, to this value. And you're going to get that little extra sum that's going to be the sales tax, all right? All right, so we got 44.50. And we're going to multiply it by 0.075. And if everybody can do that on their homework, that would be really great. I'll walk around.